Folks, welcome back to the Dolecast with me, Danny Houston. I really do that. Before we get started, a few gigs I want to make you aware of. Woo! By now, our wee announcement will be out there.
The B team.
The B team in the limelight.
June 27th.
27th of June. They said 25th. Don't go on the 25th.
You'll get Peter Kay that night.
Yeah, you'll get none. But you'll get. I'll have to cut that out.
You'll get called for the death of immigrants.
And you'll get 20,000 views for it.
Yeah, oh flipping heck.
Woo! Keep it in.
Starvation. Woo! But yeah, June 27th, the B team are taking Limelight by storm. Tickets come out tomorrow, of the day that's going out. The announcement's already out there. And also Dolecast Live in the Beehive on the 25th of April, which one of our guests this week, Ciaran Franco, is on at.
Yeah, also, just I suppose this is out this week, and if you're listening to it, it's
right.
Friday night, and you're sitting going, what I want to do, and you take yourself over to the Falls Road
Yes.
in West Belfast, and you can see Daniel and me. I'm probably going to do a wee spot.
There he goes.
Do the Beehive with Mickey Bartlett. There's currently like 6 2-for-1 tickets, so like you buy a ticket, but then you get like another one free that you can take the girl you've been wanting to see.
That's
and
it.
you know, you can go, why don't you come over to the Falls Road where there's 2 for 14 premium cocktails. Definitely not
Amazing, man. Friday night's gonna be a great night. I can't wait.
I could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it like it was a great night. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, boys, thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
What is this B team thing? I don't know what this
B
is.
team is a group of us doing the Limelight. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Who's all doing it?
It's me, you, Adam, Talal,
Jazz,
Saul,
Saul, Duffin and Luke McGibbon, MCing.
and Sippy.
And Super, yeah, of course.
Right, I've not seen any of this. When did this get
Hey, on the wraps, man. It's been on the wraps for a while.
Right, okay.
And yeah, we shot a wee promo video that went out yesterday in the pavilion that night.
Right, no, yeah.
Spielberg.
I'm still. This is in the future. So
Yeah,
in my head, I'm still going. Did I leak something?
Yeah. So I was thinking, I was like, can we talk about this? But yeah, it'll be out now.
Because I remember a friend of mine got a job in a bar, and he was like so bad, and like apparently the bar staff were like sharing photos of like how bad he was stacking the shelves and all. And I was laughing at it, and I went to send it to one of our boys in the group chat, but I accidentally sent it to him. Yeah.
You take it well?
He just seen it, didn't reply. I was like, so you know.
But yeah, boys, how are we?
Oh, good.
Happy enough.
Dead on,
Good, yeah.
Didn't drink last night, so I'm fresh.
Where were you last night?
I went to a restaurant. I'm not gonna dox them.
Good, bad.
Chinese restaurant, and I'm not going to call for them to be
Chinese good.
Chinese okay.
Chinese not
it's not
bad.
great.
Yeah.
But I had a chicken black bean, and I don't know why.
Chicken black bean.
I just got depressed sitting there. I don't know why. And my mates were like, "Do you want to go out?" And I was like, "No." So I was in bed for 10 o'clock. Which I mean, tell you what about depression, but you get some sleep in.
Yeah.
Because I slept for 10.5 hours.
I kept waking up in the middle of the night thinking I was seeing ghosts. I genuinely every night or every hour, like 3, 4, 5, up thinking there's something at the end of my bed, like 20 years old, wet myself.
See, if you feel a wee bit sad, then you actually sleep a lot longer. Because getting up and facing the day is pretty.
It's
grim.
a lot harder to do than that.
Yeah. Times I've been waking up, you'd think it was really sad.
Yeah.
It's
It's like having a conversation with someone. I was like, I'm not feeling that great. And then they're like, oh, have you tried anything for it? I was sort of back and forth. And then they just stopped replying, and I went, class.
Yeah. You boys carpooled together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Franco didn't face the streets in his new motor.
I maybe it's Ronan Linsky's birthday at Kill Your Darlings. I told him I'll have a pint as well.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
But also,
Very good that way,
just a good buddy. Like,
Sorry, when did you start Dry January, or when did it end? Actually, maybe the better question. When did Dry January end for you?
I don't think it ever started. But I am like
actively trying to.
Yeah, I'm making a difference. You know, like last night didn't drink.
You've been gymming. You've been grinding at the gym.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how you can tell.
Getting B team ready. Yeah.
Shredded for summer.
Yeah.
B team rally.
Yeah. Ciaran. I was trying to make a Ciaran Franco shirt pun, but nothing came to my head. That was good.
I did send a photo of my car into the B team group chat, which was meant for my mum.
I wondered.
Why do you send the wrong pictures to everybody?
Because WhatsApp, like, I'll just hit that
There was
down.
one you sent in the other day. I hope at the gym, you just all sweaty and all like training for the big team.
It was in case anyone tries to storm the stage.
That's it, man.
And
A few people in particular. Shit.
take them out. And I'm going to be doing my set with nunchucks.
That's it.
Just
That's
Spartan
it.
kick off the front of the stage.
When did you pass your test?
2 Fridays ago. The Lauren DVLA.
Absolutely.
Straight in there.
Yeah.
I failed.
Time to play the game.
I failed 4 times.
To
No,
be
3
fair
times, 3
though,
times.
I may or may not have almost like inadvertently caused an accident. So
Now tell me about this. Sorry.
we were going down Pound Street, right? If you've done Lauren,
I've done Lauren.
as
I've done
a
Lauren a few
driving
times.
route, you know
Yeah,
Pound
yeah.
Street.
You go around it in second gear.
Yeah.
100%. So there was like Pelican Crossing, whatever, zebra crossing,
crossing, yeah.
and I
Yeah.
didn't see this lady who had like got to the side of the road and was just still going on. Lady walked out, still not my field of vision, even though I'm right next to her.
Yeah.
Instructor brakes for me using the thing brake, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
and
you know you've
straight
gifted.
away knew
Yeah.
that
You know you've
I'd
gifted.
failed.
How quickly was that in the test?
It's like 5 minutes after I left the
Nightmare.
sick.
Nightmare. I hate Lauren. Like Lauren's
Yeah, I'll never
Lauren's
be
the
back.
worst. Well, Lauren's the worst place ever. Like
Apparently there's an unreal gig in Lauren that
It's the
runs
worst
sporadically.
place ever.
really, where's that?
I forget the name of it, but apparently like
DVLA.
Alan Irwin played the opening to his first joke, and it was him saying he looks like someone, and there was just for about 20 seconds of laughter. And even though I got offered that, wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Not going back to Lauren.
Yeah, it's grim. Like
Also, my dad made me like the Saturday I passed my test. It was a Friday, and then my dad was like, pick me up on the Saturday and went, right, I'm going to take you out, and we're going to go in the car and made me drive back to Lauren. So I could get used to the car, and I was like,
Johnny English
is like,
PTSD.
this is like Squid Game too. Like,
Yeah.
let's go back into the
I've
game.
played these games. I've driven on these roads before.
Yeah, and I drove past my instructor on the way back while he was obviously taking someone to a test, and he must have been looking at me like,
Boys had a hard time
Why the
already. Trip
is he
back to
coming
Lauren.
back here for?
Yeah, I got 3
Prison
points
stuff.
on my license, like probably 6 months ago.
You got what?
3 points
For
for speeding. Naughty boy, slapping the wrist.
Naughty Daniel.
Yeah, naughty down.
how many points can you get in your license?
6. So your first 2 years of driving, 6 points. So if I get caught again, 3 points. See you later, mate. And then after you've been driving for 2 years, it moves to 12. So it's kind of like, do what you want. But like, yeah.
Wait, so you
it's
get
awful.
banned for life if you get?
No, you get back. You just have to do the theory test, everything again.
Ah,
but like, sooner shoot myself in the head
Yeah,
than do the
I'm gonna
test
stop
again.
speeding, like.
I know. Yeah. Do you have black box?
No, but I came out of Asda the other day, and I was like flying up the road. It was like half free, and I was like, why is no one using this lane for sake, kids? Yeah, just flying up it like with the tunes on and all, and then I was like, jeez, I go, losers, not taking your, you gotta take your opportunities when
Getting
you
people
get
a finger and everything. Yeah. Unlucky.
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And then I clocked on. I just seen bus lane in operation, and then I was like, oh flip, but. My
There's
mate
no
picked me up.
cameras in there to be ground.
There's literally no cameras anywhere.
Is there? Oh right, because
You even pulled over.
I was technically already stopped, and the police.
See, it was like, can I legally disclose this information?
Oh
on
yeah, I
podcast?
can legally
Yeah,
disclose it. It's been dealt with and all. Yeah, no, I was caught smoking a joint in the
Family
car.
okay? Yeah,
the family, everyone around us was okay.
grieved. Yeah.
I was bereaved. I was.
Oh really?
Well, I was caught by the police smoking a ginger in the car, and then while I was being searched,
Snoop Dogg in the
was
pot today?
I was trying to play it off all cool. It was completely like, oh my life is about to end, and like, had my hands out on my knee is like this,
Ciaran? Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like,
Elvis.
"You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just like really nervous."
Ain't nothing but a horn dog. You do a bit about getting. You're in like a car and something happened.
Oh yeah, I took a girl on a date and didn't know how to make a move.
Dog's bargain. Yeah.
Didn't know how to make a move. Obviously, like anyone does, and held out my hand like pretend you're the girl. I went like this. She didn't even hold my hand. She didn't even think to do
There's
that.
a thumbnail there.
I was like, see, you're even more reciprocative than she was.
Funny to see you. You're right here, love.
Yeah.
Right in the palm of my hand, but no.
Take a palm, then put it in the heart. Yeah.
That
Did you get the kiss?
Yeah, I had like why did I said, like, I asked him, I was like, can I
kiss you?
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, but don't, like, for sure don't ask.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's too late now. Kissed her and said thanks. And she was like, and I was like, I'm gonna leave. This is, yeah.
And when's the win?
You said thanks for the kiss.
I never, yeah. No, I didn't say thanks for the kiss, but I
Actually,
said,
I really appreciate that.
but I didn't even just say thanks. I was like, thank you. And she was like, why did you say it? I was like, I don't know.
Thanks very much for giving me that opportunity. That's great. Thanks very much.
Yeah. No second date, like, but
No second date.
no second date.
Are you, you know, what's the relationship status with Sloan at the minute?
Seeing somebody.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, aye. Keep
So
it in.
keep it on
Keep
the
it
reps. Saying
You'll
nothing about that.
Bring her to a gig soon.
No, God, she'll leave me. We want to keep a hold of this one.
What are you? 51st dates over here, Franco.
Yeah. Well, speaking of driving, I actually had I want to keep this story as vague as possible because they get the
Legalities.
Yeah. So a friend of mine had quite a lot of paraphernalia in his car, and he had a good job, and he was driving, and the car flipped and it was upside down, and all the paraphernalia were in the front, and people got him out of the car and were giving him like cans of Coke and toast to try and get his blood sugar up. And he remembered that the police were coming and there was the thing in the car, and he kept trying to go, I'm getting in the car, let me back in the car, I need to get back in the car now. And people were holding him back, and they're going, no, you're in shock, and I need to get in the car. And then apparently some smick ran up to him and went, or some guy ran up to him and went, do you have something in the car? And he went, glove compartment. And it was like £600 worth. The guy went,
Oh my goodness.
opened up the glove compartment, took the gym bag of stuff and ran off. And my mate was like, I'm convinced that was an angel sent by God to save me. And I
Stole all your drugs.
was like, an angel? No, fucking smick in Olympics.
You're doing God's work.
Yeah. He went, he saved my life that day. I went, no, he robbed you.
Yeah,
So funny. Get me back in the car.
Save them from a stint in jail. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like a wee scumbag. He go, that's not an angel. That's a fucking scumbag.
You've been robbed.
He's just seizing his chances out.
Car written off.
Yeah. But no, I'm single. Ready to mingle if anyone is.
Car written off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same with the Limelight on June 27th, you know. Yeah.
Just,
You
I don't know.
batting the girls who had stars in your eyes?
No, I went home. After,
A few fan interactions after stars in your eyes.
no, my mum was actually meant to leave her mates home, and then who she took out with them, and I kind of threw the head up, and
Because you weren't invited.
there was only enough room in the car for her mates, and I kind of threw the head up, and her mates were like, oh, we'll stay and have a drink. So my mum was forced to just drive me home.
After stars in your eyes?
Yeah. Elvis. But no.
Horn dog strikes again.
Yeah. Did you say horn dog?
Ain't nothing but a horn dog. Yeah.
No, I like an early date, but
Like on a date. What's the worst date you ever been on? I can tell you a few shockers. Like,
yeah, probably I've told this story in multiple podcasts. I'd like really fancied someone I'd worked with, and then we'd sort of hooked up on the night before, and then we drank quite heavily, and then we'd agreed to go on a proper date the night after, and I just got I was more anxious than I.
is it angry? I just got so
You think I'm anxious now? Like I used to be really bad, like
Yeah.
constantly having panic attacks, and was having these panic attacks for this date, and kept like ordered a KFC, booked it up, kept delaying the date by like half an hour, being like, I have to take my granny to mass, I have to do this, and it got to like 9 o'clock, and I was like, right, it's now or never. So I picked her up in the taxi, and she was immediately like, are you alright? And I was like drenched in sweat, and I was like, I need you to put over the taxi now, and just started booking everywhere.
Serious?
And then we went on the date, never went on a second date, and then because we worked together, it was just so awkward, so I left that place, and then I came back to work in it over summer, and I was just going to be so awkward, but it was kind of,
Okay, yeah.
it was alright, but it was still, you're still getting your head about the person. And then it was gay pride, and they were getting the bus into town, and I was like, well, I'm getting a taxi, and you can jump into my taxi. And she went, well, don't book this time, wee lad. And we were sitting in the taxi on the way down,
Yeah, I don't know.
and that got my anxiety going again, and I was like,
I got booked this time.
and then you could just hear my stomach go
Were you
and start making noise, and she just
booked
looked
on
at me
her.
and went, not again, wee man.
Yeah. Did you book?
No, we managed to get into.
Kept it
I actually pulled the car over at the Common Market, which just isn't exactly into town, but this'll do.
Yeah, driving instructors are like, I don't know. I moved driving instructors mainly because mine took a heart attack. And
What did you cause it?
yeah, flipping, he melted. Like he was bad because other students that he was taking knew me, and he was badmouthing me to the other students, being like, "Oh, that guy's drunk at driving. Like, he'll never
That guy
pass his test."
stinks. Yeah.
That guy's never passed his test. And then they told me, and I got in the car with him. And was like, "What's this all about?"
Did you confront him?
Not really.
And what he goes, my heart.
Yeah. Get me to the hospital. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you're through the other side. I'll be honest. Pigs were flying. I never thought Ciaran Franco would pass the driving test. Like, but
Cheers, man.
No,
I've only known you 6 months.
do you remember that day we were going to the Beehive or something, and I was in the wrong lane in town somewhere, and like the car just went like deathly quiet for about a minute. I was trying to figure out how to get on the Westlink. But
no one knew how to get there.
yeah,
Was I hungover?
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Jesus, that doesn't say, yeah.
What's that say?
Yeah, because I went to one guy and he was like constantly giving me like rescue remedies, and then he's into like massaging people's feet. It's like a type of therapy
Right, okay.
that
Aye, therapy.
send feet pics, and then like basically he would massage people's feet and stuff, and he would park outside the office and run in for like 15 minutes at a time, and I'd just be sat in his car like.
He's definitely getting the foot.
Yeah, he's doing his messages and I'm sitting here. So then I switched from him to a guy that my dad was mates with, and fair play to him because that must be really frustrating.
Yeah.
And he stuck it out with me and he's a good guy.
Aye, I mean, you got a test. That's all that matters. I mean,
Did I tell you about the fella I was mates with? Told his driving instructor to up.
no.
he drove home.
Was it Adam Byrne?
No, it wasn't Adam. No.
Strikes me as a guy who would.
Did you not know this story?
Did he do that?
No, he got his driving instructor pulled over, and basically it was this wee old man and told him to get out of the car on the Lisburn Road, and Adam Byrne was
He
like,
told me about
yeah.
that. Yeah.
What
No, this was the other. This was like not 100% like that, but he basically the driving instructor because he was in the car with him and he was like getting frustrated. He's autistic as well, but he's getting frustrated and he's like, tell him you can't be doing that. You can't be doing this. So he's like, God, just up. I'm driving home. I'm driving home, and he's like, you can't speak to me. He's like, well, I'm driving myself home now. And just was like, just drove himself home. Oh yeah, he can drive now. Yeah, but I don't think it was
just
a
shows
fat
you it's
instructor.
Dangerous people. There was like,
Nah, Adams was then he probably hit me telling this, but he then texted the guy after his old instructor after he passed a new instructor going, "Yo, kid, look at this." and then he approached him in Asda as well.
Serious? Yeah. He came up. The Adam approached him.
Yeah, in Asda. And said, I'm nearly certain. Like, Adam, feel free to correct the story. If it's,
yeah.
Come see Adam talk about this.
Yeah.
I think he should do a bit about that in the B
yeah,
team.
in the big team.
Yeah.
June 27th. Tickets on sale tomorrow.
Has he not got one about it already?
$15.99. No, it was he's got one of his favourite bits. I actually don't want to do someone's bit, but he's got some of my favourite bits. Like, I remember when I met Adam. Adam's family came to a gig in the American bar, but it was his uncle. But his uncle was like loving every joke. Yeah. So I came off feeling like Kevin Hart because his uncle's like, yes, kid.
The what do you call it? First time I met Adam was at that ghost hunting thing that John did. The video, mate. Never came out, but yeah.
Oh, did that not come out?
Well, I don't know what's happening with it. few obstacles in the way. Like, I thought it would have been
The
good.
clips were sick.
Yeah, it would have been good. But
If it ever got released, like we were saying that.
A few snapbacks in the way.
yeah. Oh no. But yeah, I met Adam for that first time, and like it was banter, but we just started slagging each other off. And I hadn't really met him before, apart from like one or two gigs. But I got kind of heated. And I remember Justin saying to him like, "You're proper like bullying down in Houston." He was like, "No, it's fine." Like
He kind of he was like up with me at the start as well. And I was like,
who's this kid?
but it was also like I'm like I can slobber, but if I don't know someone well enough, I don't really want to. Whereas it's his friendship making mechanism to just slobber like.
I'm
we're mates now because I killed you.
I'm the least confrontational person you've ever met in my entire life. I'll set up behind your back, like no bother. But like, but like, I'm never gonna speak to someone like that. Like, but this Storm anyway. Flipping wrecked the gaff.
Yeah, I got a day off work. I was loving it.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Libraries, essential workers closed.
That's it.
Everywhere.
Did your power stay on?
Yeah. We're
See chimney corner.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
no harm, but that place.
Big loyalist.
Yeah, absolutely torn to shreds.
I remember going there and a guy my mates knew. He was big loyalist. I can't even say this. Of
course.
Give
You line yourself with here.
What else would you be if you were in the gym?
Yeah.
Give a key of
Coke.
something, but I put it. Yeah, but I put it in there. I go, just had a key of pure, and my mate was like, "What's that?" And my mate was very sensible. And I went, "Pure good crack." Like
pure good old fun. Yeah.
Pure vibes,
pure
man.
banter.
Pure vibes. Keys of vibes.
Yeah. Last time I was just done the trampoline behind us, like just flew into the garden and wrecked the gaff.
See, as you're saying that,
Yeah.
there was a video I saw, got posted in the group chat. This fella just out fixing the trampoline out the back garden,
Yeah.
and a
Think-
slate
yeah,
landed
yeah.
right at his
Yeah,
toes, mate.
crazy,
At
like-
his toes. I was like, holy f***, that's a new fear on that.
Do you see the house in White Abbey, just like tree, like through
Yeah,
the
through it's
You seen
through.
this?
It's like
No.
it's like the bathroom, so it is.
The tree at the bottom of my street's full, like.
Really? I said to him, I was like, listen, mate, see if
If
you.
anyone was in there,
Yeah, it's game over. Like,
The Cleveland show? No.
It's not mine. Isn't that crazy?
There's Cleveland in his bath.
And then do you know Aurora in Bangor, the leisure centre?
No.
The leisure centre in Bangor, it's a huge big thing.
I heard the roof of
Gone,
it
like.
comes off all the time.
Does it? Hey. Here, Monaco
I'm not making a joke.
Monaco Bar got a beaten as well.
What?
The Monaco Bar got a beaten as well.
No, I mean,
The actual roof comes off all the time.
in the relationship there, I'm being like the construction class in the school I work in, like they were talking about
What's a construction class?
construction, like
Tech?
yeah, tech, but like
Okay.
there's more theory to it, and they were
Right,
talking
okay.
about like places that
How to
need
put up
like
scaffolding.
formations, yeah. And apparently, basically, that's a complaint that leisure centre has a really bad roof.
Oh, there you go.
So I thought, yeah,
The roof's always coming off.
A chimney corner Aurora. Oh, folks, third time doing this ad read. Did it before the podcast, messed it up. Or, well, we thought we no longer had a use for it. Then did it after the podcast and did another 20 minutes of the podcast. And then I realised I put the mics down, so no audio. Brilliant, Daniel. So, folks, it is my pleasure to interrupt this podcast very briefly to tell you about our sponsors, 𝑒oBBQ. By now, guys, you've heard me talk about them before a lot. They're very good to the podcast. Excellent sponsor. And they have everything you need for a great barbecue. If you head over to their Instagram now, they're doing some unbelievable deals that are not to be sniffed at. You know, you wouldn't get these elsewhere. But also, what they've started doing, which I think is really cool, is they've started a new page called 𝐿𝐵BQ Raffles, where basically they'll put like a barbecue or spices or, you know, barbecuing tools, whatever it is, up, and for the price of like a coffee, you can basically buy a raffle ticket or buy as many as you want and win the said barbecue items. Really, really good business. Just not enough kind words to say about them. Very, very good, and we're very thankful for the support that they've given us over the last couple of months. So head over to Instagram now. 𝐿𝐵BQ. Back to the podcast.
there's never been a comedy club in the chimney corner.
I need to make a point. I need to make a point about this. My mate, the day before the storm hit, he's like, you know, anything bought by prods, it'll be staying standing. Like, Strand Cinema in tatters, half of the roofs in East Belfast gone.
Is Strand Cinema?
There's a whole big thing that's came down from
Serious?
They're getting a renovation as well. That's not what they need
That's
right
it,
now.
like flipping heck.
And then, like, Bangor's roof's not staying on the Aurora thing, and then whatever.
On a Friday night, the Hot House gig anyway.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Done
have
it.
any presents built in my house anytime soon. That's for sure. Yeah.
I done one of the worst gigs of my life in the Strand.
Oh, really? What was it?
It was like
done that?
you show a short film, and then you do stand up before it.
Did you do a short film?
But like the short film was me and Jazz's sketches, but then it was meant to be comedy
yeah.
short films.
Frank and Jazz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like me doing like, and I literally walked in, and the guy who was emceeing was like, "Oh, there he is. We're gonna start now," and I didn't even like introduce, just brought me on stage. So I was like trying to undo my water and start my timer and stuff,
Yeah.
and like just died for 15 minutes, and then my sketches died, and then this other guy put up like a short film where he done stand up, and then this short film's like him, like, I can't explain it, but it's meant to be funny, but it's not. It's just him like talking about how he doesn't celebrate Christmas, and then this girl was like, "Well, you'll be able to celebrate Christmas with me," and then she like wraps him up in like Christmas lights, and then they sort of get it on for a while,
Yeah.
and then he tells her he loves her, and he leaves her to the airport, and then that's it. And I was watching this going, "The fuck," like,
My favourite Frank and Jazz thing I've seen is the cameo.
yeah, that's a
One.
sketch that didn't get what it deserved.
Mate, that was so good. Like you're going to Boojum for your birthday. That was great. Sloaner,
Yes.
I was chatting to a friend of ours earlier, Benjamin Lonsdale.
Benjamin Lonsdale.
Yeah. And we're talking about MMA. You're a man for the MMA.
Yes.
Yes. Have you had any big fights?
I've had no fights.
No fights.
I've had only spars in the gym, and Ben and all the boys will happily tell you that in the gym because you're not allowed to say you can fight unless you've had a fight. Like, do you know what I mean?
Okay,
Because it's one of those things. Like I've sparred with people like who are brilliant in the gym, like professionals like Jack Core and everybody. Like, but I can't say I can fight because I've not had any.
If I gave you a few names in the comedy scene,
Yeah.
would you tell me whether you think you kick their head on or not?
Oh, I'd kill everybody in the comedy scene.
I kill everybody.
I kill everybody. Yeah, no, I haven't had a fight, but
You'd knock
I had handled myself.
a rabid Daniel Quinn when you take him,
Oh,
shirt off and everything.
oh, with a
So-
few paints in him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil Caesar,
Few
a
Guinness
few
in him.
Heverleys in him. like.
And a whiskey.
That would be a beast to tackle now, I have to say.
I'd be like, you know Spider-Man in Infinity War, he's taking on Thanos.
Yeah.
He's getting slammed into the ground. and-
that may or may I might need to grab a glass at that point. If it's in
You
Madden,
were that guy last time. I was going to say, you were that guy last time. Glass
What about Martin Barkley when he's in like Twitch mode?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be able.
We fighting
I,
or
I
what?
wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to hit him. He'd be head
Yeah,
over
we'd
for
shoot him.
days. But no, I
Pete Giffen. Throw the gauntlet down. Like,
do you know what? I'd take on all comers. I'd take on everybody.
What about me?
I'd take on.
you take on Franco? Who do you think you could beat in a fight in the comedy?
Because you'll be hearing from my lawyer if you put a hand on me. To be honest, there will be a solicitor's letter.
Whiplash, concussion.
I will be
It's
coming
not
for
Franco you'll be dealing with.
Yeah.
Nice solicitor.
I'll be coming for everything you've got. You better lower up. So
Who could you take the fight in the comedy scene? Like comfortably, you'd be like,
Who would you like to fight?
who'd you box?
who would I box?
Like,
Who would you
do
do
third boxing? Who do you go for?
boxing with?
I don't know. Like
I'd love to take on Alan Byrne and John Devlin and knock John Devlin's head in comfortably. I think.
I've been saying to like Steve.
Quasimodo, look over there. See you later. You
I've
know.
been saying to Soupy and Talal and you and all as well about going for a few spars, like just to show off. I mean,
Soupy and Talal
just
be a
to
huge
just
fight.
to insert my
Soupy and
dominance.
Talal
Like.
will be a big fight.
I'm not a
Soupy
fighter.
and Talal would be good crack.
Have you seen Quantum of Solace?
Yeah.
I'm like a Dominic Green kind of guy.
Yeah. The guy with he's on the corner.
Yeah. I get other people to beat him up. Yeah. My friends call me Dominic. Everyone else calls me Mr. Green.
Yeah,
You know. Like I'm big. I remember going to a guy's house in Donegal with my old good mates, and this when I arrived, the sister was like laughing, and I was like, "What's she laughing at me for?" And she was like, "Yeah, you're right. He does give like Bond villain energy." So
You're really like we cat guy. Yeah.
So I get like a big
Blofeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talal, attack.
I think.
Yeah, you have minions who work for you. You don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I never understood about Quantum of Solace is, right, Dominic Green is like a wee Weasley guy.
Yeah.
But then in the last 5 minutes, he goes hand to hand with James Bond.
Yeah. How does that
Fights
end
him
up?
hand to
I
hand.
mean, he dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, but for a good 10 minutes, he keeps his own fighting James Bond of MI5, and I'm
One of
like,
the Solas is the one I really can't really remember. Like that's the one out of the Daniel Craig ones. I'm like,
I remember it's in something to do with Bolivia.
yeah, and the desert. But I remember
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
that and going, that was fucking unbelievable. But
unbelievable.
All
And
I
then-
knew about after that
Skyfall,
movie
mate.
was Bolivia. Bolivia is a thing and it's corrupt.
they do Skyfall's great, but what Skyfall missed the trick with, but I know some divides opinion is that the old housekeeper was going to be Sean Connery,
That would be good.
and but then people say that gives credence to the idea that James Bond's a code name. Yeah, but I think that would have been perfect if it had been. Maybe a
Is he
bit
dead
too
by that
meta.
point?
No, he died in 2020.
You would have backhanded Julie Dench across the face, no ball in that scene. Any chat back like.
I died in 2020.
Yeah.
Fuck, I couldn't remember if he was dead or not.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones where you
Giants.
sort of forget about it and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, yeah, it's gone.
The
R.I.P.
who would you cast as the next Bond?
Me. No.
You're the next Dominic Green. he's leading Spectre. Yeah.
What do you call him? Who's in Bullet Train? Supposed to?
Oh,
He
Angela
is-
Johnson?
He is the next.
Yeah.
He is the next one.
Yeah.
He's what do you call him in Nosferatu?
I'd like Josh O'Connor
Josh O'Connor would be bad shot, actually.
from Challenger. I think he'd be great and a bit different.
No Idris
Yeah.
Elba, no.
Too old.
Give me
Nearly 60 now.
give me a black woman. Call her Jeanette Bond. Jeanette Bond.
Getting that diversity Disney up, yeah.
But
You know what about the Oscars?
I'm a wee bit annoyed with
Yes.
this.
13 nominations for Amelia Perez. It's all
Very
set.
nice to
What
meet
is
you.
what
Have
is
you seen
this?
What?
Who's Amelia
that?
Perez?
Amelia Perez. Who's Amelia Perez? It's a movie about a transgender like cartel. Remember, have you seen this?
I haven't watched it, but
It's
it's
from
just
the
like,
Slender cartel
member?
yeah, I've seen the clip that's going
Oh,
viral.
mate, like from penis to vagina. Yeah, it's so basically it's a. Can you get it up? You get it up. We'll stick it in. It's got 13 Oscar nominations, mate. Denise snubbed.
Yeah,
Denise absolutely snubbed. What's that about?
It's just like there's films like The Apprentice, films like Challengers. They got nothing,
Yeah.
and are actually saying something, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I heard Challengers. Again, haven't seen it. All I know is there's something to do with Zendaya. And
After I
a
saw
threesome
Challengers, I
or
went bought a
something.
tennis racket the next day. Started playing at Ballyhope tennis court.
if we said something else, if you went and bucked a tennis racket, I was like, all right.
No, yeah, I went
Is
to
it tough, man?
Oh, here we go. Absolutely horrific. Like
Oh wait, no.
just anti cinema. Like
But no critics really liked it. So
it's
if I had seen it and be like,
Or is it?
oh, here we go. This will be on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes to Bangkok to figure out.
Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation.
I see. Men to woman.
That's horrific, man.
Woman to men.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina.
Like what? Like 13 Oscar nominations for that? Like
it's more, you know what it really
Is-
reminds me of? You know Dr. Seuss in The Simpsons, the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes, the musical?
Yeah.
That's what
Reminds me of him.
Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss. That's what it reminds me of.
the
What was the need for the musical?
who knows, man? It's ridiculous.
It's just the musical number for
We went to see
gigs.
Nosferatu.
Unreal,
Did you like it?
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great.
It left a wee sour taste in my mouth, to be honest. Really? Yeah, I don't
Here,
know.
see what happens at the end. I've been there, pal.
Yeah.
I've been there, like.
That's a crazy.
After a broken a taxi.
Just you crawling on the bed with the wall, like you will cuddle me until I
Miles on it.
feel
Yeah.
Just,
The,
just going, I should be heading to work here.
no, don't
Yeah.
leave me, please.
that. See the bit where he's in the coffin?
Yeah.
That's you waking up for after a big long sleep.
What with a pocket?
yeah. He's I don't know. I think his mustache is really goofy. Cause I'm like, obviously, like, see if he had a big long beard, different. He's had to shave that.
I think the mustache added to it because it made it seem like
like a proper pervert. Like, he really did.
True, but it helped with the the big Russian hat, like you know what I mean, that he's wearing in the beginning. He
Yeah.
walks in, he's next to the fire, and he looks very like oligarchy.
Who?
Like a Russian oligarch.
Okay, yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
I am once.
Count.
Account, yeah.
I had a bit.
Tickets to the beat.
Yeah, yeah, that's not bad. Keep that in the head. I was gonna do a bit about it, and I bought like a big black comb
Yeah.
that I was gonna use, and I forgot to bring it to the path on Monday,
Yeah, I
and I
remember,
didn't do it.
yeah.
And then I was like, I just didn't think I
You're
would have done a
glad
bit
you
anyway.
didn't do it,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
no?
'Cause how did your joke about the guy looking like an MMA fighter go down?
It went down. It went down like a lead
Yeah.
balloon. I
was
just
an
said to
interesting
the
path.
fellow and was like, anyone to hear about UFC? And everyone was sort of like,
Yeah.
And then I was like, do you know who Tom Aspinall is? He did at least. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
anyway,
can-
moving on.
Take that. That guy got me. Fraser Robbie gave him a fiver and everything.
Oh no,
He's a lucky boy. Like,
my birthday more.
what about Elon hitting the 𝐒𝐿?
I
can't stand that.
My heart goes out to
I
you.
mate, he's the worst. He is the
There's
worst.
a thumbnail.
What?
That's not.
No, remember seeing that?
I-
Over there, if it's over here, it counts.
Put it down, man.
It's over here. It's not in front of me. It's over there. I'm pointing.
down.
I'm pointing.
I work
to
in
the
a school,
distance
bruh.
over there.
I cannot be. Yeah.
Kieran's just right under it anyway.
Yeah. I know. Musk is the worst. Like,
Oh, it's just like he's the worst guy at the party your mates bring along. Like he's just like everything about him is crack shit. He's just
you're no crack at all. You know?
like he's an excuse to bully autistic people. Like he's just
what do you name his kid? I know this is old news. Like, what do you name his child?
like M16 shopper gunner.
XA-4 something.
Come on, man. Like,
it's
B12
pronounced
bomber or
Ash.
something like that.
you know,
All right.
what's a worse name than that for a child that like?
But did he not have to
Daniel.
rename it?
Sorry.
He had to rename it.
Yeah, probably because they were
No,
like
he did, but I don't know what they chose. Also, the woman he had the child with was a
Phil.
Grimes.
yeah, whatever the that is.
Go
Yeah.
on.
That's her name. She's a pop artist.
Is she?
It's good tunes.
Crazy is what it is. Like,
But like, why would you book Musk? Like,
Money.
well, he won't wed anybody.
I can't believe Trump's back in office in general. Like,
what? Sir?
I can't.
Yeah.
At a gig recently, Harvey Comedy Club, Kill Tony. This guy outed me as a Trump supporter. Oh, really? It's so bad, man.
Yeah. People
was,
thought we were actually arguing, I think, and that kind of...
Yeah, I was like, oh, flip.
These guys don't like... And I was like... Because it was sort of like the Adam Byrne thing game where I was slagging you.
Yeah, but like, obviously, like, we're mates, so it wasn't...
Yeah, but I think the audience didn't know. And that whole...
It's
I
like,
was
you're a big
uncomfortable,
Trump
that whole
supporter.
thing.
And I was like, I told you not to tell anybody that. And it was just like, oh, flip.
Because there was an act and I didn't really know what to say to them, so I was like, oh, what's your favourite brand of milkshake? And then they just started shouting at me, and I was like, yeah.
That was a good gig. Yeah. Jealous at the end of that.
Back in office.
Were you there for that gig?
No,
Kill Tony.
I was sour.
I required a
Why was I
You're
not? I don't know why I didn't go. I just didn't go.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
It was sort of gig required at McDonald's after.
Yes. Oh yeah, we went.
I took you to McDonald's, I said I love you,
Yeah.
and this is going to happen.
He's back in office, and like, I don't know, it's worse now than ever was. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
like...
believe he's like, I'm not doing it, but
I don't know. It's. I think it's been made worse by the way Elon is like. I think
you don't do
he's
that without someone like without being like, oh, this could be misconstrued. Like, you know what I mean?
he's severely like wrapped up on himself that I think he's just like everything I do is amazing, nothing I do is wrong, and it's like, yeah, you're literally telling the people of the UK to rise up against their government. Who the hey, you're from South Africa,
Is he?
yeah? He's
Elon
you
Musk
wouldn't
is
know
South
it.
African.
You've no idea, but
His mum's Canadian.
Is he?
from South Africa, sort out your own country because it's for sure in a lot worse state.
He, I don't know. Name your child something normal. Phil.
The problem with Trump, the best case scenario would be that if he dies, that would be great. And
Trump dies.
yeah, I'd love him to kick the bucket. And
He's too good for memes.
he's too good for memes, but
He's
also
a meme generator. He's also a
dance as well.
dictator. Like,
yeah,
he's-
but I don't
he's-
like I can't stand the man. Like, I think he's very dangerous and stuff. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
he's very dangerous. Yeah, he's probably worse. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one Trump supporter in the room, but okay.
Yeah, no, he's just like I don't know, like he like see the
He is
video
the
of him
face
being like, what's this one, the World Health Organization?
Yeah.
Ooh, big one. You know,
that
like,
makes me feel really uneasy and makes me feel really nervous. And I'm like,
what's he gonna do here?
yeah, is he going to try and run for a third term? Because that's a dictatorship
Yeah.
at that stage, and it's
That's-
like that makes me
I-
uneasy.
He'd also be 86 by the end of that term.
Would you?
But he's going to be 82 by the end of this one. He's going to be the same as Joe is.
So that's
now.
what I'm hoping, that like he has a heart attack or something in office.
But there's certain
grandma-
things.
Have you seen his the first one of the first things he did was install a Diet Coke button on the White House
Yeah,
table.
Yeah, man,
yeah,
that's my like dream thing is like see those things out in the cinema, the dispensers. Oh mate, come on.
But there's certain things he wanted to change that he can't though. Like it's just in the Constitution that he can't change it. Like there's the immigration thing of like people who were born in America to foreign parents, they could also still be kicked out, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, hold on, they're born in the country, they can stay in the country. That's crazy.
Do you think the whole TikTok thing was a PR stunt?
yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
Like he's just
And he's just got
he's a clown, and people just love it. Like,
he's a clown. yeah.
and it's like you say the maddest stuff, and people go, "Oh, you shouldn't say that," but then they go, "Maybe I agree with a bit of it,"
Yeah.
and then you start listening to him more, and you go, "I agree with a bit more," and then you're like, "Right, well, I want to get someone who shakes up the system." So for him, that's why your girl 𝐿𝙊𝙇𝙀𝐾𝐿, she voted
that?
initially for Bernie Sanders. She's the head of Homeland Security, I'm pretty sure from. But she initially went for Bernie Sanders, and then when Bernie didn't get elected, she's now going for Trump because it's someone so outside of the system.
Yeah.
But it's just mental. And I hate to say it, but you need a politician. These guys who come along with populism and say they're going to shake up the system are the worst people.
Yeah, he's just a lunatic. Like in my opinion, like just like every video I've seen of him, like you're right. Like he's just a meme generator.
Yeah.
But it's like, but you know, if you step back, you're like, do you really want that guy around the country?
Yeah, it's
country
like-
as well. Like you know,
It's funny because the Hannibal Lecter, that's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But then you're also like, this guy.
this guy's making decisions here. Like
Yeah, this guy's pulling out of the Paris Agreement.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I'm just watching it going, like, why have 75 million people voted for this guy, or 76 million? And it's just
see that photo you sent me, and it was all the Americans like doing the same thing Elon did.
Same thing he just did.
yeah, same thing Sloan loves. I was like, mate, this is crazy that this country's at this stage of just like no one goes, no one can step back and go, is this not like fully mental as well?
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's I don't think it's as bad as what everyone actually is making it out to be. I think it's not going to be great, but it's not. It's not as like, oh my god, or the world's ending or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like, for one, he took like the troops out of Afghanistan whenever he got in the office, and he said we're only leaving them there for oil. It's like any troops left there's for oil.
Yeah. I think I'm just a guy like I'll never be an American citizen as long as I live. Like I just can't do it.
It's like my uncle goes with, or is married actually to an American woman. Her family were Republican. I'm like, how have you not kicked like her dad down the stairs yet? Like it's insane. Like, and I like we went to the wedding in Vegas, and the stag do. Yeah, they got no, it was terrible. It's just hard to like when I was with them. I just really struggled, and they didn't want to pay for anything either. Like I was like getting around them for my cousins, and I could just see my uncle's sister-in-law like just hanging around waiting for me to be would you like a drink as well? And it's stuff like that there where and it like when you're making like a toast to the couple, they had the toast to America as well and all this shit, and I'm like
sending an eagle out.
Thankfully that wedding was 4 years ago, so a lot of the old ones are probably
but that's like mostly older, like more sort of, I don't know, patriotic. And there's obviously a lot of Americans that are not, you know, I love America. America's the greatest thing ever, but also this country, like, it could be better as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Hart's coming back over. Kevin Hart.
Oh, we're feeling about Hearts, the football team. It's like
Larry's like out for a couple
Franco
of weeks.
Sporting Hart.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
They're fucking
Hey man, if anyone could do it,
me.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's the year of the Ciaran, like. It's the year of the
Ciaran Bartlett, maybe not me. I'm hibernating.
Are you? Taking a step back?
I'm not gonna say it. Just say something else. No, I'm just taking gigs as they come, enjoying it.
B team's kind of mental for me. Like there's been nights I can't be sitting awake going like, oh, it's kind of crazy. This is happening.
What are you doing, 15 each?
Probably.
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't know. I always toyed with the idea of doing a solo show game, but I hated the first one that much.
Well, yeah, I remember you saying it. What was it like? Like just too quick.
Say I had done a bit in an easy room. Say I had done a bit in a room that was easy, and it got a wee laugh or got a laugh, and I was like, and I've done it in a hard room like Madden's or somewhere that would have got maybe, but in an easy room it got a big laugh. I went 100%. That's ready. That's set ready, and just put it in my set. So then I kept doing that, and then I thought, right, I've got an hour easy here, and I done 52 minutes, and it was 52 minutes of stuff that maybe 10 of it actually worked.
Right.
And because it was all friends and family, then I was coming away from it going,
was that good or was that
just friends and family? Yeah. And in fair play to Saul, like he gave me 200, he put 200 and I put 200 to get it filmed, because I don't know in my head, I was like, this could be good.
Yeah.
And
was it Black Box?
No, also Sports Club.
Where, okay. In the top room?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I remember just watching it back, and it was so well edited, so class, and I'm like, I can't put this anywhere, like.
Just because the laughs weren't there, or they weren't, or
the laughs were there,
or just you know in your head like it's not as good as it could be.
I was doing material that was getting applause breaks, and I was like, I've never felt more fake in my life, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I kind of came away from it. They were like, my mates from uni came over to
see it.
And like we're staying out afterwards, and we're going back to mine for an afters. But my flatmate as well was going back with him, and I went and stayed with my man and dad's because I felt sort of
just like rattled about it. Yeah, fair. I don't know. Like I was trying to put together a wee thing where I just collect a little spots like in the UK and then just travel about. No, it probably cost me about £1,000, so I'm not doing it. But like I don't know. Like I'm just hyped for B Team. Like I'm just hyped for it. Same with the live podcast. Like you know.
Yeah, it's nice to have stuff to look forward to and stuff, and like that's why I'm like, would I have material now to do a 40-minute show?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I lose confidence in bits quite quickly.
Yeah.
Like I done the Empire on Tuesday there.
Oh,
and I'd been doing a new bit that had been kind of working for ages, and then I'd done it in the Empire on Tuesday and I got nothing, and I'm like, now in my head about that bit. But
yeah, I know what you mean.
So
it's
hard not to get like that. You do it like a couple of times and it gets like good reactions, and then you maybe change it like the even slightest bit, and you're like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, and it's like I used to have this thing where like if I was going on holiday, if I was going or finishing for Christmas or going somewhere, the gig before that needs to be good because maybe it's an OCD thing. But
you're sitting on that.
Yeah, you won't be doing stand up. So I was going to Spain for a week, and my last gig was I it's just in the way it made me feel. It was awful. I was emceeing Madden's, but they hated me. And then I was going to Spain the week for like I think 2 weeks, and it just ruined my holiday because it was all I could think about. Well, like when I went to Vietnam, the gig before, it was so much fun. The last gig, the point where like
carried you through.
𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 was like, "Do you want to do a stand-up set in Vietnam here?" And I was like, "No," because like what if
yeah. Because my last gig before Christmas was the Comedian of the Year final.
Yeah.
And I had a stinger, and I was just like, well, not even a stinger, just like it was just fine, and that's almost worse sometimes, if you know what I mean. Like, cause
what was the Comedian of the Year?
The Madden's Comedian.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah. Yeah, you were there for like 5 minutes, and then you were
Yeah.
like, I'm getting out of here. And it was just like, I think in my head, I was like, that's right, this will be grand. And then like, it was not enough, if that makes sense. Like, I'd almost rather I got absolutely nothing. You're like, well, that's my fault. But it was like, and then you were like, well, that's not getting me anywhere. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like the last stand-up gig I done this year was, or before finishing for Christmas, was in a Saturday afternoon gig in Black Box where I struggled, like, and I had people walk out.
It's set?
Yeah, because I done that show I do about the PT and Jesus, and they were very religious, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But so I got in my head about it, and then thankfully the Stars in Your Eyes wasn't a stand-up gig, but so in my head I was still sort of,
was that your last gig before you went out?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, what a gig they went on.
Yeah, but then
I wanted to ask you about that. Are you when you're backstage at Stars in Your Eyes, you feeling it? Like,
I wasn't as nervous as I thought, but mainly because like Shane and Dave and me had practiced all day, and then we'd be sitting in the green room, and Shane sort of went, "We'll go out again into the hallway here and do a cappella version." So like the three of us, we sit there,
what were you
Year
singing?
3000 in a cappella, and then I paid like 30 quid for like a blonde wig, like, and
it's special.
no, I realised like I got my jacket, my baggy jeans with the chain on them, and I went, forgot a wig, and so I had to pay for delivery as well, so it was like £20 in delivery the next day. So first jump on stage, it just came flying off, and I literally turned around and just saw Andrew Ryan going, "Throw it away, throw it." So I just threw it away, and then but it was class.
And so like, see when you're actually singing, like obviously there's no backing track, it's just you raw. Can you hear yourself, because you're mic'd up obviously, can you hear yourself being like, flip, I'm out of key here, I'm out of whatever?
No,
you're just going for it. Like,
yeah, I think like it was just so much fun. And then like they sort of said at the end, if you won, you get to do it again. Dave was like, I really want to do it again. I was like, so do I. So we were getting out.
What did you sing?
No, we were gonna do it like you
do the song.
You do an encore at the end,
yeah.
And then we finished with Fairy Tale of New York, and then Ciaran Bartlett, who was meant to do it but was like sick, came out at the end and done
Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah, which was really nice. And then
if you were doing Stars in Your Eyes, what would your song be?
It might, I don't know why, but it's always the same song that comes to mind, and it's the same. It's a song I actually did for the 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐾𝐋𝐒 Christmas karaoke night. Rihanna SOS.
I mean, fair enough. Like,
it was a tune, and it gets the crowd pumping.
I think I'd go for My Way, Frank Sinatra.
Oh, good tune, yeah.
I'd have to pay for singing lessons, like, just make sure I'm there before.
Because my man was like, Conor Keys, unbelievable. And I was like, that's because he sings.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's class. Like, but my mum was like, oh my, it was spectacular. And And then so.
Right, boys, we'll have to wrap up here, but thanks very much for coming on.
100%.
B-Team tickets are available tomorrow at the time of recording. Dolecast tickets are available right now, baby. Get them bought, you know.
Beehive tickets.
Get them
are bought, so I don't have a stress.
Yeah. Beehive tickets are out there, so get it sorted, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Dolecast, 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 Dolecast.